Great start by Travis. He closed right up on the back of Ron Hornaday. Look at Kyle Busch on the outside, 3 wide in turn 1.
The top line went by the inside of Rick Crawford.
Crawford, a little bump on the back of the 51, but he's able to make the pass, and so Kyle Busch passing them where they're not.
Not a speedy drive there off of turn number 2. Looks like everybody made it through.
Johnny Benson to second place. Drives right up on the back bumper of Ron Hornaday.
Johnny Benson focused on this championship and now focused on the 33 of Ron Hornaday, wanting to get to victory lane here at Louden, New Hampshire.
Wow, power move by Johnny Benson. He has rebounded solidly.
Really has. Another 5-point gain for Johnny Benson. Eric Darnell's looking to the inside of Travis Kvapil for that 3rd spot. Not able to do it that time.
Can't do anything with Travis.
Kyle Busch has made his way up into the top 5.
3 wide. Jack Sprague in the middle.
TJ Bell got way wide off turn 4. Opened up, or excuse me, off 2. Opened up that bottom lane for Sprague, and these two are together off 4.
Oh, bumping and banging again. 7 laps to go here at Louden.
Yeah, TJ Bell right there was not happy with Jack Sprague. Using him up off down the front straightaway.
Oh, spin right in front of him. Todd Louden gets into the wall. That will bring out another caution, the 9th of the day here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It is heating up.
And that will give Johnny Benson an opportunity to try to do something with Ron Hornaday on a restart.
Wow.
Todd Louden back up through the gears.
This is tense. We had 2 groups of trucks bell off into turn 1, 3 wide.
And it didn't work out.
Yeah, let's see what happened to Todd Louden this last time down there in turn number 1. See David Starr down on the inside. That's the 3rd truck that David Starr has been on the inside of and made contact with that left rear, and it puts Todd Louden into the outside wall.
Man.
Take a look at David Starr's on board.
You can see Todd left him plenty of room. He just didn't have control of his truck.
And that's, like you said, 3 times we've seen David Starr in that exact same situation.
You know, when you get wrecked like that, when you wreck somebody like that the first time, everybody says it's hard road to hoe down there on the bottom. But the 3rd time, you have to start saying, dude, give me a break.
A lot of damage to that Lumber Liquidators Toyota of Todd Louden. One of our top 5-point contenders, looking for a good run here.
Yeah, does he almost have to limp his way around now? I mean, he can't come back to pit road.
Oh yeah, I think Todd Louden will come.
Does he have to?
Oh yeah, he's got to fix that truck.
Yeah. A lot of damage.
Right now, if the race were to end like they're running, Ron Hornaday would gain 20 points on Johnny Benson. If you remember the math at the beginning of the race.
What's he supposed to gain?
15. Only 15. So he's gonna make a little bit better move than what I had averaged for him for the last 8 races.
But I just found that terribly interesting. You repeated Ron's finish of the last. Johnny's finishes first, third, fifth, and yet we all are saying, here comes Ron. Ron's gonna get him. Ray.
Good bit of damage on the left side here for Todd Loudon's Lumber Liquidators Toyota. Puka is pulling out that front fender. They're going to put some tires on this thing, and you see on the very back, the spoiler and the rear end is set way up in the air. Whether or not he'll be able to keep this thing under him, I'm not sure. Even though we only have a few laps left, they put left side tires on it and some fuel.
NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race winners this season. Benson, Hornaday, both with 4 wins. Kyle Busch has got 3. And now the top 2 in points are looking to make it 5 wins on the 2008 season. Running 1 and 2, Hornaday and Benson. They're 1 and 2 in points. Reverse the order on the racetrack. Green flag back in the air.
Another good start by Ron Hornaday. He opens up about a truck length over Johnny Benson. See Kyle Busch now trying to get 4th spot away from Eric Darnell.
Little bumping there. They're sideways. They come out of turn number 2.
Opening up the door for Rick Crawford.
Crawford trying to make the pass and move back up into that top 5.
He is able to make the pass right now for a moment.
He'll try to hold on to it now as he's got his sights set on Eric Darnell. Kyle Busch working the outside. 11 of David Starr. Watch out. He's on the inside of the 51 right now. 3 laps remaining. It is Hornaday, 0.4 of a second in front of Johnny Benson.
Look at Kyle on the outside trying to do something with Rick Crawford. Not able to do it, down in 1 and 2.
A big separation between 1, 2, and 3 on the racetrack. Hornaday, Benson, and Kvapil, they've separated themselves. And now, look at the gaggle of trucks back here.
4 wide into 3 again. Ruderman
Oh, contact there between Ted Musgrave and the 88 of Matt Crafton.
Boy, Musgrave really having to fight that truck. Does a nice job saving it. Loses about 5 spots in the process.
A little over 2 miles remain here at New Hampshire.
These guys are desperate right now, Phil. They want every spot they can get. Ron Hornaday's looking in his mirror, smiling, saying, I'm yarding these guys. Smooth sailing in the front. You're running back 10th or 12th. Boy, it's a mess.
Ron Hornaday, a half a second over Johnny Benson. Hornaday looking to make it back-to-back wins. He won a week ago. Now gets the white flag. He's under a mile away from another victory.
What a nice cap to a very long week for Ron Hornaday this week, if he can pull this thing off.
Johnny Benson hugging that yellow line, trying to hold on to second now as the top 3 make their way down the backstretch. Ron Hornaday looking to add to his series record of wins. He's got 37 coming into this. He's going to add to it today. Coming out of turn number 4, Ron Hornaday will see the checkered flag for the 38th time in his career.
Great job by Travis Quabbel, finishing 3rd, his best finish of this season. Eric Darnell with another top 5, and Rick Crawford gets a top 5 at a place that he's won before.
Another dominant performance by Ron Hornaday. He led 148 laps a year ago. He led 174 laps in his win. That makes it 3 wins at this racetrack for Ron Hornaday. Now let's take a look at today's Stay in the Game with Just for Men hair color moment. And it has to be the pass.
Watch Timothy Peters on the inside, Rick. They make a little contact. Timothy's going to get turned around. Travis has to slow down. And meanwhile, Ron Hornaday just drives by him for the pass for the lead.
Stay in the game with Just for Men hair color. That is the moment Ron Hornaday made the pass and solidified the win. Issues going on down on pit road right now. David Starr obviously staying in his truck, now climbing out. He's got some enemies on the racetrack right now, and they are going to fight it out. Not happy at all. Road.
That started before the 30 moved up to the 11. They exchanged some words, and the 11 drove away from him, and then the 30 pulled away from the 11, and then the 11 came back at the 30 on pit road. NASCAR will not think much of this activity. It's one thing to argue with one another, but you know, driving your truck over toward it. You can see this is after the race. Todd comes flying up to David Starr, gives him a little hit in the rear end, and he's gonna pull up beside him and tell him what he thought of that. Okay, they're on pit road. And so this is a little bit out of bounds, but here goes Todd. Todd just separates himself, but then the 11 decides he's gonna go get him some of it.
Todd gets out of his car or his truck.
Emotions run high down here, Adam.
And Mike Hillman Sr. and Mike Hillman Jr., 2 of the guys that are involved, and they're back at it again. They had slowed it down. The NASCAR officials had calmed everyone down. David Starr climbed from his truck, and now there are 4 or 5 guys from Germain Racing going after David Starr. One of them climbing up on Todd Bodine's truck. And things starting to simmer once again. A NASCAR official has got a hold of Mike Hillman Sr., Dennis Adcock, one of the lead officials for NASCAR, right in the middle of this. It had settled down after one of the guys from Germain Racing had pulled David Starr from his truck with him still having his helmet on. Then everybody calmed down. Mike Hillman Jr., the crew chief for Todd Bodine, came down, and Mike Hillman Sr., the general manager for Germain Racing, was down here as well. And once again, it would appear that NASCAR has got this under control. But we know what it's like on short tracks. Todd Bodine getting turned late in the race, and we see the result.
This is the incident that took place. That was David Starr getting into the back of the 30.
Now Todd Bodine is down here talking to David Starr, and this a much calmer situation than what we've seen from Todd's crew members.
Here we're seeing the contact again from David Starr's onboard, Adam, and obviously, you know, the emotions run high there. There we see David Starr walking away, some of his guys escorting him.
Heated tempers, both on the racetrack and now off the racetrack on pit road. And oh, by the way, Ron Hornaday is making his way to victory lane again for the 38th time in his career, the 3rd time he's won at this racetrack. We'll be back to hear from our winner right after this.